I also have to, so many of you came, that we don't have enough of these surveys to hand out. So we have another thought about just doing a show of hands to figure out how you found out about the program. That will help us to advertise in the future. Clearly we did something right this time, but we don't know what it was. So, Marshall, over to you.
All right, well, first off, thank you for the League of Women Voters for convening this excellent gathering. This is excellent. Thursday night, thank you. To all saints for providing the space, it's a lovely space. And to our first speakers, that was excellent. A lot of information. I hope everyone has it all. So where are we in Lansing? We see a lot of encouraging work in Ann Arbor from tonight. I was in Grand Rapids yesterday at Drawdown, Michigan. Grand Rapids is leading the charge. Detroit has a world-class sustainable action agenda. So they're not just talking about it, but they have actionable steps. So where are we at in Lansing? We're the capital city, 100,000 people live here. We used to be known as the city of trees. So where are we? The Integrated Resource Plan charts BWL, our local utility, if you're not familiar. We do have a local municipal utility. So what that means is that our city council and our mayor's office should be in charge of our utility. That's our advantage we have. But what BWL's path is 30% clean energy by the end of the calendar year 2025 and 40% clean energy by 2030. This seems a little low. The resource portfolio, based on their 2015 data, was 79% coal generation, while only 5% renewables. So realistically, we're not much more than 5% right now. And their projected 2030 resource type, which includes a $500 million investment of a natural gas plant right now, will be at 58% natural gas, with the remaining divestment of solar, wind, and whatever resource they are including. So where can we look in Lansing? What information is out there for us? We kind of know about the generation. We know that's not going to meet the targets. So what they have released right now is a joint biennial plan. And what this plan talks about, it highlights their plans from 2018 to 2021, and what are they going to do for energy waste reduction. The best energy we don't use is the best energy we don't use. That's a way forward. As Christian highlighted, we need to bring our energy consumption levels down. To strive to meet where we're at now with renewables, quite frankly, I don't see as feasible. We need to reduce and reduce and reduce. And more or less, BWL is, they're operating as they should be at the minimal level. They're not going much more than the minimum, and they're basing this 2018 to 2021 projections on 2012 data. Seems a little outdated, but hey, that's where we come in. All of us here, there's a lot of energy in this room. To carry this forward, what we need to do, in my opinion, is pressure our leaders. City council and the mayor's office, they have the power of our local utility. They aren't acting perhaps as fast as we'd like. We've seen Ann Arbor, we see Grand Rapids and Detroit, the three big cities near us. They all have sustainability offices. I've been pressuring some local peers with Lansing Environmental Action Team, have been pressuring our local leaders to establish a sustainability office, and it's really falling on deaf ears. So I'm wondering what happens if every single one of us in this room writes a letter tonight, tomorrow. Let's get it to them by the end of tomorrow on Friday. We can coordinate that, but let's all write a letter urging their action. If they're not going to feel the pressure, they're not going to act. More or less, building off of what Christian was talking about as well, is developing our own food systems locally. A large part of the climate crisis that isn't highlighted, in my opinion, is the agriculture side of things. It's a very carbon-intensive system. Michigan, we're the second most diverse agriculture state in all of the United States. We really hold a special land here that has been, unfortunately, as Christian highlights, we've lost our health connection. We've been unhealthy ways of living, and to restore that health is going to be hand in hand with our natural world. So I'm not going to talk too much more. Some of my local efforts have been with Sunrise Movement, launching the Green New Deal. Please reach out, trying to get the youth involved. Look, great to see some high school kids here. Let your kids know, let your grandkids know about Sunrise Movement. We can get you plugged in. The youth are going to lead this thing. And also, I'm working to launch Michigan Mosaic Energy Cooperative. You can see our website at mmeccoop.com. It's a local organization working to decentralize our food and electricity systems, recognizing those two systems as one thing, energy. They're both calories at the root, and that's what we need to focus on, is how do we increase that caloric intake per an acre of land. So we're doing that locally. We've recycled laptop batteries as kind of our pilot project. A lot of times I talk to renewable energy experts and say, we need the storage, we just don't have the storage. The sun doesn't always shine, the wind doesn't always blow. A battery is the key to that. So what we've proven here in Lansing, we just tested it out at Pine Ridge Reservation for a month straight. We have portable batteries and portable welding, TIG welding on a solar cart. That's 4 solar panels. We can use it anywhere in the world. We know through all recycled laptop batteries, what I did was I wrote down 30 businesses around town, dentist offices, the junkyard, batteries, bulbs, and plus, office spaces, hospitals, and I went to them. I'm a canvasser by nature. I knocked on their door, I called them and said, hey, I want your old batteries. And so we have tens of thousands of recycled laptop batteries that we're building into portable packs. So we can pull our homes off grid. The solutions are there. It doesn't need to be expensive. I've paid for this all out of pocket, and I'm telling you, it's not expensive to recycle. And so I'm going to leave it at that. I'm around town. I have business cards. Find me afterwards. I try to stay local. I understand the need for that, and Lansing's a great place. We have a beautiful community. I've canvassed this whole entire state of Michigan, working to shut down Line 5 pipeline. And I always come home to Lansing, and I'm always glad to come home to Lansing. There's something special about the community here, as evident as a Thursday night, having a room packed full in the basement, talking about the climate crisis. That's pretty cool. And we're not just males, we're not just females, we're not just old, and we're not just youth here. This is a pretty diverse crowd. And so let's highlight our diversity, focus on the equity of this energy transition. Thank you for being on this journey, and I look forward to our future work.